Hey guys, today we are looking at a island living starter home. It, I believe, is about 22,000 simoleons, and when you have, it's built for 4 sims. So when you have 4 sims, you generally get about 26,000 simoleons. Sorry, I was about to say 26K, and then I changed it for some reason. Anyways, so you get about 26,000 simoleons. This is about 22. Thus, when you buy the house, you are left with 4,000 simoleons so that you guys can edit it and customize it any way that you want to. Originally, I was trying to give them individual bedrooms because the bedrooms that they came out with end up being very, very simple and very, very crowded. I don't like doing starter homes because they generally end up being very, I don't know, just very not, there's no personality. And this still does have some nice touches, but I would have liked to add, more clutter, more other things. But at the time, I was thinking, well, one, I want you guys to be able to edit it and take in some more, make your own adjustments, especially if you guys don't use cheats. And second of all, I wanted this house to be downloadable for more than just Sims who have 26, 26, still having issues speaking, have 26K in their budget. People who start with 2 Sims or 1 Sim, they might have a budget of 22. So that's why I left it a little bit cheaper. I didn't add as much as I wanted to. I was a little bit upset. I kept trying to do these types of roofs. They don't work well because I made the build large in the sense that the size I would have had to make the roof goes out of bounds. And since it goes out of bounds, I just got rid of it and I did a half wall instead, which you will see later because I got so frustrated that I was like, forget it, I'm going to do the rest of the house and then see what I want to do afterwards. This definitely would have looked nicer with those roofs. So if you guys put this down on a bigger lot, I think it's on a 30 by 20 right now. So if you put it down a bigger lot, you'll have more space to add these roofs or maybe making the actual like kitchen living area smaller, although I'm not sure that's a good idea. I think these are already pretty small as it is, especially since the way I structured it is a little bit different from like the traditional house structure, I feel like. Yes, so I add 2 side bathrooms because the way this was going is they I made this house for my Let's Play that I think I might upload. I haven't decided if I wanted to upload it yet, simply because my Let's Plays would be very, very long, and I don't know how many people would actually watch them, and I don't want to put in the time for no reason. I can definitely make builds and put them in and do them for no reason because I love building, but Let's Plays where I'll have to actually think of a storyline and stuff for the camera, maybe not my favorite thing to do if there's only going to be one viewer. So, anyways, originally, as you can see, there are 4 bedrooms. I end up squishing them into 2 bedrooms. So basically, it's 2 shared bedrooms. So 4 Sims total can live here. Of course, you can adjust it and change it however you want. If you don't like the way the bedrooms are, you can probably fit them. These are definitely smaller, but I really wanted to use the shape of room. I don't like having just boxy builds, and a lot of time it's very difficult to get out of boxy builds. So that's why I tried using those room shapes instead. I've never been very good at using the octagonal, however you want to say it. I've never been able to use those rooms effectively, just because I find sizing them up and keeping them in ratio is a little bit more difficult. Thus, these ones ended up being like rounded boxes. I still like how the build came out. The idea in the Let's Play is that they're roommates. There is a set of siblings, and then the rest are roommates. One of them is a mermaid. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to have more Sims so that we can go through different storylines. And I wanted to have a little bit of diversity in my Let's Play if I end up uploading it, because this whole entire pack has been very, I think, diverse and very, very, just very liberal, very accepting and liberal, especially since they just came out with their LGBTQ bathrooms. and their clothing optional trade, which is supposed to be about expressing yourself and freedom in your body and whatnot. So that's why I wanted to give it a little bit more diversity. I was actually thinking of doing a larger sim that has a bunch of confidence and a thinner sim that lacks confidence. Because I think a lot of times people think, oh, she's so skinny, why is she complaining about being fat and ugly? And there are definitely people that maybe say those things to fish for compliments, but there are also many, many, many women who are skinnier and aren't confident in themselves. And I think it's a little bit ridiculous to go, oh, but she's pretty, she shouldn't complain, or to say, oh, she's pretty, she doesn't have any issues with herself. She's fishing for compliments because that's just not true for a lot of women. And I think it's depressing that as a society, that's what we say when a smaller girl does it compared to a larger girl. And it's ridiculous to think that all larger girls have issues with their bodies. I think that if you're larger, you should be able to express and be confident and happy with the way you look. I mean, at the very end of the day, all that matters is that you're happy and healthy, and that's like the main point. There's no reason to go. I don't know. I just wanted to give that point. There's no reason to just be constantly worried about the way you look and constantly worried about everything, and just to feel unconfident seems like a very terrible thing to feel because you're always going to be living in a box. You're always going to be thinking, should I do this? And you're going to miss out on so many opportunities because you weren't confident in yourself in the first place. And you should be, no matter what you look like, no matter what your size is, your skin color, your hair color, no matter whether you're really, really short or really, really tall, you know? So here's where I made them into a two bedroom household. I agree they're very squished. It's a little bit unhappy about that, and even then I have to put the beds in a weird shape afterwards just to get everything to fit. So maybe this could have been done more effectively another way. To make it really, really pretty, I would have had to go with my original idea. But walls are really expensive in this game. It adds up so quickly, and I cut down a few $1,000s just by getting rid of the multiple rooms and just having two bedrooms. And I think with the extra money I do end up having, I choose to put a deck in instead of change the bedrooms because we're obviously in the water. Why would I not want, you know, a beautiful ocean view and something to do outside? So I do add a little bit of a porch. I really love their new sink. Um, this is something I do with a lot of my builds, especially when you're trying to save money, is just add a freestanding sink instead of a sink that sits on a countertop, because the ones that sit on the countertop that are actually good are very, very expensive. And they're just not they don't have a lot of personality. They don't look as great. This is a new wallpaper. I've never used this wallpaper. I've been sticking with the wood wallpapers because I love wood. Wood is like my go-to. So that was an exciting wall to use. I like it a lot. I love the designs. I love the color schemes. It's very beautiful. I think I end up changing these walls later into something wooden. Not these ones, but the bathroom walls. But yeah, or maybe I don't. I don't know. As you can see, I added a nice backdrop. If I had more money, I would have added cabinets so it actually looks like a backdrop and just not random spacing. I also don't like the fact that it juts out. The bathroom flooring, which is supposed to be that like volcanic tiling, kind of juts out into the rest of the room, which is a little bit weird. Originally, I was trying to just have desks instead of like a living area because I find that in real life I don't use my living room very much. I don't even use my dining room very much. So I was like, they're four Sims, they live in the island. What would they really need a TV for? And I still wanted to keep kind of true to this game with the whole off grid, but I also realized that with off grid, it's harder to get jobs. I mean, how are you supposed to get a job without a computer, a TV, TVs don't help you get jobs, scratch that. A computer or a cell phone. And I assume that Sims that are off the grid shouldn't have their cell phones. So I thought that would be a little bit difficult. I didn't really want to try it out. Then again, they do live in this is built in that little city area. So maybe we could have found a computer, or we definitely could have made like a library or something. But I didn't want to deal with it. Maybe I'll do an off-grid build. I have to do an off-grid build. That was on my list to do. So at one point I will do an off-grid build. What am I doing right now? Oh, this is where I'm trying to make everything look. I end up having to do that. I end up getting rid of the end table because I'm like, what's the point of even having it? It's wasteful. It's wasting some money. I might as well just not have one at all. So I added a computer. It's 2 to each bedroom. So the sim roommates have to share, which I thought was a little bit nice. A little bit less emphasis on technology. Nowadays, everyone has their own computer, their own cell phone. Kids get cell phones when they're like 9 years old, 10 years old, even less than that sometimes, which I think is a difficult topic because I've written so many research papers about how technology and social media and advertising are very, very bad for you. Maybe I should do a video on that. I don't know how many people would actually look at it though, because I don't have that many subscribers yet. But basically, in case you guys don't know, none of your searches are ever just searches. They're always based on previous things you've done. Whether you're logged into your Instagrams or your Gmails or whatnot, they're always based off of previous. Even if you clear your search history, they know your IP address. You have cookies. You use cookies. In case you guys don't know what those are, you see them on pretty much every web page. Every web page tells you you're using cookies, and if you don't know what cookies are, they basically follow your digital footprint. In a lot of cases, they follow your digital footprint and they report back to whatever website that they are using, that they're being used on. So now that company has this whole list of all these things you've searched and all these things that you've looked at, all these videos, anything you've bought, any website you've checked out, they know what you've done. And I think it even just goes through your IP address. So it has nothing to do with whether you're logged in or not. So that's a little bit scary that someone could know you. I mean, a random company could know you better than your best friend. Because let's face it, even our best friends don't know everything about us. And our internet searches might give more clarity and more input on who we are than our best friends. Because I mean, how many of you guys search up the weirdest things? You never tell anyone what you search up. How many of you would freak out if someone said, hey, let's go through your search history. Let's really look at everything. Even in incognito mode, obviously they don't keep a tab on your search. I have no idea if cookies still follow you around in incognito mode. I would imagine that they would. And so even in incognito mode, they would know what you're looking at and everything. And I think for some people, that might be a little bit scary because people are very embarrassed by what they're looking at a lot of times. And I don't get that. I had a teacher, an English teacher, who I really liked, but I think she stopped liking me when I disagreed with her about something. She had said something about privacy and how we should have it because, I mean, and she was giving this point like, how many of us would want to have absolutely no privacy? And she's giving this example about how when she's playing with her kids, she doesn't want people to see how she plays with her kids. She doesn't want her students to see how she plays with her kids because she's acting, childish. And I was saying, how is it a good idea to use privacy as a means to be embarrassed about ourselves and what we do? And she gave this point of like, what if you sing in the shower and you're like embarrassed? Now everyone can hear you singing in the shower. Like, how many of you would want that to be seen? And I get the point, but I also think that the purpose of privacy should not be justified as just the need to protect ourselves from embarrassment. That is not the purpose of privacy. And I actually wrote a whole paper on the purpose of privacy. So that was fun. Maybe I'll upload that. Not my paper, but maybe I'll upload a video on that because I think that there's a lot of people who are very much unaware of how technology follows us around. So we'll see. I was still trying to fit a wardrobe in here. It was a little bit difficult. Um, oh, I think we're nearing the end of the video. We are at the end. That was very quick. I've tried making this a little bit shorter so that you guys don't have to watch as much. So we're getting into the little tour. I don't know why I'm just zooming back and forth right now, but I guess we'll find out. All right, so you enter in, kind of have this little hallway area. Those two doors lead to the bathrooms. So you kind of just enter, you go straight to the kitchen and living. The kitchen is pretty, I think the kitchen is a good size. Not in the sense of like how many counters you have, but just how much space you have. This I would change if I could. I couldn't find a good place for this one chair that's kind of sticking out at the bathroom door. So I would change that if I could, but I don't know what to do. The bathrooms are okay. I would have changed maybe the flooring, maybe not have the red flooring, maybe do like a gray version. But I've never used this red volcanic tile, so I wanted to use it this time. Anyways, I think now we really are reaching the end. I'm gonna head up and do my intro my outro right now. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will be doing lots and lots and lots of builds. Maybe a let's play, maybe some videos on my graduation, maybe a video on privacy and protection and technology and the ways it invades privacy. And we'll see. And I love this view. Did I already say thanks for watching? Well, if I didn't, I've said it again. Thanks for watching. I love how this room is coordinated. So if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you liked me, hit the subscribe button. I will be doing, I just said what I've been doing. I don't know, I'm trying to say it again. But I really love this pack, and I hope you guys have been watching and liking my videos. Please give me any tips, any pointers, anything you don't like. I'm always here for criticism. Hi, I just watched back this clip. This is future me talking. I said criticism very weirdly. I hope you guys understood what I said. Anyways, the view is lovely, and I hope you guys like this pack as much as I do. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.